Many novels claim to be heartbreaking tragedies, but in reality, they're just torturing the male lead. And only after the guy kicks the bucket does the woman realize what she's lost and start regretting it. I just find that disgusting. So, when I transmigrated into a tragic novel as the male lead, and my illegitimate younger brother framed me, saying I was the one seducing the female lead, and even spread rumors that I was the illegitimate one while he was the true young master, I didn't just sit there and take it like the original character. I went straight online and slapped them with a photo of my marriage certificate with the female lead. And then I went on a full-blown rant. The mistresses these days are really something else. They don't even bother to script their lies. Turns out, being a homewrecker is hereditary. A third-rate mistress gives birth to a third-rate mistress. You brainless internet trolls. If your eyes aren't working, go get them washed. At Do Zihan, at Liu Ruyan, at the Liu Group. At the Do Group, at Do Changming. As soon as this news hit, the internet just blew up. In the blink of an eye, the story flooded the top 10 trending searches. Then, I went straight into the comments section and started an absolute war with the netizens. Every single person who insulted me got a reply back. My comments were packed with profanity. I'm talking about a masterclass in aggressive verbal abuse. I centered everything on their mothers, with their extended family as the radius, using their dads as supporting characters. And finishing it all off by dragging their ancestors through the mud. I let them have it, no filter. The sheer cruelty of my words and my arrogant attitude honestly set a new bar for internet brawling. But not long after, I realized something was off. My comments, the ones that had even a single swear word in them, were all being blocked by the platform. All that showed up were strings of asterisks. I frowned, stopped typing, and casually checked who owned this social media platform. I found out it was a subsidiary of the Shu family. The Shu family? I immediately grinned. Isn't that a coincidence? The current CEO of the Shu family is Shu Jingya. The book mentions that she actually had a secret crush on me. So, I flipped through my contacts. And found a number labeled Shu Jingya. I dialed it right away. A few moments later, a cold, melodic female voice came through the other end. Who is this? I skipped her question entirely. I got straight to the point. I've got a deal. You in? The other side went silent for a few seconds. Then came a voice filled with confusion. What kind of deal? I threw a bombshell at her. Calm as you like. Your mother isn't dead. You see, I remember very clearly that Shu Jingya's mother was framed by her own father, Shu Guowei, back in the day. He claims she died in an accident, but in reality, she's been kept in secret confinement. That has been Shu Jingya's biggest scar for years. As soon as I said that, the silence on the other end lasted even longer, so long I thought the call had dropped. After a good while, her voice came back, cold enough to freeze over. But with an urgency she couldn't hide. Is this information true? I kept it brief. Guaranteed. What do you want? Shu Jingya's voice returned to a calm tone. But if you listened closely, you could still detect a faint, uncontrollable tremor. I cut straight to the chase. You're in charge of the T platform, right? I want administrator privileges. What kind of privileges? The privilege to curse without being censored. Another eerie silence fell on the other end of the line. It was clear my ridiculous demand had stunned them. I didn't wait for a response. I pressed on. This deal is a win-win for you. I give you the location of your mother. You give me the privilege to curse without being censored. To you, this shouldn't be hard at all. This time, Shu Jingya didn't hesitate for a second. She spoke up immediately. My username is, please call me King Du Ziteng. I'll set it up right now. 5 minutes later, my phone pinged. An official notification from the T platform popped up. Respected T platform user, please call me King Du Ziteng. Your account has been upgraded to premium status, enjoying unrestricted comments, content protection, and interaction management rights. We hope you enjoy the service. My eyes lit up. I tapped the notification instantly, jumping straight to the T platform. I expertly searched for the latest post Du Zihan had just put up. She was still playing the pathetic victim. She had posted a picture of her red, puffy eyes with the caption, I hope everyone stops fighting because of me. I just want to live a quiet life. I clicked right into the comment section, my fingers flying across the keyboard. Trash. Didn't your mother ever teach you that having some self-respect is important? Or were you just never taught because you don't have a mother? Oh, right. I forgot, your mother is a mistress. When the beam is crooked, the rafters are sure to be slanted. No wonder you're so good at playing the victim to win sympathy. Typing finished. I hit send without a moment's hesitation. This time, the comment appeared instantly. No censorship warnings. No asterisks. It was there in full, hanging right under Du Zihan's post. Within 2 seconds, the comment was automatically pinned to the very top of the section. It even had a golden, hot badge next to it. It was impossible to miss. Du Zihan stared at her phone screen, looking at that brutal comment. She felt a wave of dizziness and almost passed out on the spot. I wasn't trying to solve the problem, I was trying to blow this whole thing wide open. Just then, my phone let out a piercing ring. The name Liu Ruyan flashed on the screen. I raised an eyebrow. I paused for a beat, then slid the button to answer. The moment the call connected, a voice overflowing with suppressed, earth-shattering rage exploded from the receiver. Du Ziteng. How dare you expose this? Du Zihan can't even show her face in public because of the online attacks. Delete that post right now. And post a statement saying you were just rambling and spreading rumors. I leaned back on the sofa, my tone lazy and mocking. How many mothers do you have? You're acting pretty arrogant. Liu Ruyan was stunned for a full 2 seconds before she gritted her teeth and shot back. Du Ziteng, what did you just say? I ignored her fury and kept going. I asked if evolution forgot about you, or if your mom pushed too hard when she birthed you. Crushing your brain. I stand tall and walk straight. Everything I wrote is the absolute truth. You guys, on the other hand, playing your little game. Fooling everyone online. A sleazy woman and a mistress-born daughter. Stop putting on this pathetic show of affection, don't you have any shame? These words were fast and vicious, instantly igniting Liu Ruyan's fury. She was shocked and enraged, her voice trembling. Du Ziteng, have you lost your mind? I let out a laugh, my tone dripping with provocation. Sure, you're always right. I have lost my mind, and I can get even crazier if I want to. You want to see for yourself? Liu Ruyan was so stunned she couldn't even speak. A moment later, she squeezed out a fierce warning. Du Ziteng. If you don't put an end to this chaos by the end of the day, and apologize to Du Zihan, don't blame me for turning against you. I felt like I just heard the funniest joke. Turn against me? Who the hell even knows you? Without waiting for Liu Ruyan to say another word, I hung up the phone directly and blocked her number without a second thought. Just as I put the phone down, it rang urgently again. The screen displayed a single character, Dad. I raised an eyebrow. That old geezer thinks he deserves that title? I swiped to answer, and Du Changming's explosive rage blasted through the receiver. It was loud enough to burst my eardrums. Du Ziteng, what kind of madness are you posting online? Delete all those messy updates right now. And apologize to Du Zihan. Du Changming's insults fired off like a machine gun. It was all biased toward Du Zihan and verbal abuse toward me. I was sick of it. I cut him off mid-sentence. Stop barking like a dog. The Du family's reputation was already ruined by you and your mistress's son. You want me to delete the posts and apologize? Not a chance. You think just because I don't lose my temper, that you can treat me like a doormat? Do you really want me to dig up all the dirty things you've done? So everyone can see what kind of trash you, Du Changming, really are? I gave you respect, but you didn't want it. Since you didn't want it, you don't get it anymore. My speech was fast and sharp, my words biting. I left Du Changming speechless, unable to get a single word of rebuttal in. Only the sound of his furious gasping remained in the receiver. A few seconds later, with a loud bang, the phone was slammed down. I let out a cold laugh and promptly renamed Du Changming's contact to Old Geezer. The phone rang a third time. This time, the caller ID showed Liu's mother. I smirked. Looks like they've teamed up to come and interrogate me. Sticking to the principle of treating everyone equally, I swiped to answer. Shrill, ear-piercing female voice came from the other end, even angrier than Liu Ruyan and Du Changming. You little brat, you must be tired of living. Delete that statement immediately, or don't even think about stepping foot in the Liu house again. I replied slowly, you old hag. Is your mouth so filthy because you didn't brush your teeth, or did you just eat something rotten? I think you're the one asking for death, coming here just to get scolded. You're so worried about that mistress's spawn? Fine. Tomorrow, I'll invite Song Mingzu over to the Liu house so you can worry all you want. Oh, and by the way, Song Mingzu has a son. You have no idea, do you? Tell me, is Song Mingju's son your younger brother's or Liu Zhenhua's? Liu's mother on the other end of the line was stunned by my berating. Du Ziteng. What did you just say? I rolled my eyes. Can't understand plain human language? Looks like that's the limit of your IQ. Since you care so much about your son's mistress, I'll follow your lead. And show some care for the third party. My words cut deep. I hit Liu's mother right where it hurts. Through the receiver, I could hear her breathing turn rapid and shallow. It sounded like she couldn't catch her breath, followed immediately by a chaotic clatter. A few seconds later, the call was cut off. I casually blocked Liu's mother as well and tossed my phone back onto the sofa. I stretched, my face completely impassive, as if I hadn't just been in a heated shouting match. Just then, Brother Li's tablet suddenly popped up a series of notification alerts. He instinctively picked it up and refreshed the page. His face went deathly pale. This is bad. The Du and Liu families have both released statements. I leaned in to take a look. I saw that the official account of the Du group had just posted a statement, the content was concise and ruthless. Du Group officially recognizes Du Zihan as the sole eldest son. All related rumors circulating online are malicious fabrication. This group will hold all rumor mongers legally accountable. It even tagged Du Zihan's personal account at the end. The official account of the Liu Group also released a statement, with every line filled with support for Du Zihan. Liu Group CEO, Liu Ruyan, and Mr. Du Zihan are deeply in love. The two have been together since college, and their relationship is profound. The false information circulating online is all malicious hype by others. The Liu Group will hold rumor mongers legally accountable. We are committed to defending Mr. Du Zihan's reputation. This one also tagged Du Zihan. As soon as the two statements were released, they instantly rocketed to the top of the trending list. As corporate titans, the credibility of an official statement from the Du and Liu families was incredibly high. Netizens instantly switched sides. The comment section, which had been waiting for the truth, was completely drowned in insults directed at me. I told you Du Ziteng was lying. The Du Group has already recognized Du Zihan as the only eldest son. Du Ziteng is just an illegitimate child. He's so shameless. Faking a marriage certificate was bad enough. He even dared to drag Du Zihan and Liu Ruyan into this. Now he's been crushed by both major groups, hasn't he? Du Ziteng, you have no shame. Get out of the entertainment industry. Apologize to Mr. Du Zihan. Brother Li looked at the tide of public opinion on the platform, sweating profusely with anxiety, but I didn't feel the slightest bit panicked. Instead, I was amused by this group's double standards. I leaned back on the sofa, swiping my fingertip across the screen, and sneered. Fine, fine, fine. So that's how you want to play it? Since that's the case, don't blame me for being ruthless. I'll put all the dirty laundry out in the open and let these two so-called noble families be disgraced. I opened the T platform and tagged the official account of the Du Group. My tone was dripping with sarcasm. Right. Everything you said is correct. I am not the eldest son of the Du family. If the Du family and the Du Group only acknowledge the illegitimate son, then the Du Group has nothing to do with me. I hold 20% of the shares in the Du enterprise. I am officially putting them up for sale. I am only accepting inquiries from the Du Group's competitors. At Wansha Group. Anyone interested, message me immediately to discuss details. Finished editing the text. I pulled the scanned copy of the Du family shareholding contract from my encrypted photo album. Everything was there in black and white, my name, proof of my stake, and the notarized seal. It was all complete and absolutely undeniable. Attached the photo of the contract and hit post. The moment it went live, my fingers didn't stop. I immediately edited a second post, directly targeting the Liu Group. Now, let's talk about the earth-shattering love story between Liu Dai and Mr. Du Zihan. Why won't they get married? Let me enlighten you all. A year ago, the Liu family's capital chain snapped. They were on the brink of bankruptcy, begging and pleading at our door for a marriage alliance. I used 5% of my Du family shares to trade with that old geezer, Du Changming. I took 300 million from him to lend to the Lius, and on top of that, I injected 1.5 billion into the company. I helped the Liu family survive their crisis, and now that they've recovered, they want to kick away the ladder they climbed, biting the hand that fed them. They eat at the table and curse the cook. The Liu family's skin is thicker than a city wall. I tagged Liu Ruyan, her father Liu Zhenhua, and her mother Wang Kui in the post. I kept twisting the knife. I also hold 10% of the shares in the Liu Group. I'm selling those too. Serious buyers, contact me. Also, the Liu family has 3 days to pay back the 300 million I lent them. With full interest, or we'll see each other in court. I've got plenty of time to drag this out. Immediately after, I attached 2 pieces of smoking gun evidence. One was the shareholding contract for the Liu Group, clearly marking my stake and the date of the capital injection. The other was the IOU. Liu Ruyan's name was signed in the borrower column, and I was the lender. The amount was 300 million, with the repayment date left blank. The bottom of the document even had the official Liu family seal and Liu Ruyan's personal signature. The 2 posts went live within 5 minutes of each other, instantly causing a massive storm online. The netizens who were just frantically bashing me were suddenly blindsided by this solid proof. The sentiment in the comments section flipped at a visible speed. When the Du and Liu families saw the posts, they suddenly remembered the IOU and the shares. Their original arrogance was instantly replaced by panic. The office fell into total chaos, and Du Changming's phone started blowing up immediately. High-level executives from the Du family called one after another, all asking about the share sell-off. He turned deathly pale and dialed my number, his rage almost shattering the earpiece. Du Ziteng, how dare you sell off the Du family shares? Do you have any idea that this will destroy the Du family? I picked up the phone, and said with a laugh, get lost. Doesn't the Du family only care about Du Zihan? Then what the hell does the Du family's life or death have to do with me? I'm selling my own shares. Deal with your own mess. Du Changming was so choked with anger he couldn't speak, and just as he was about to bark again, I hung up on him cold and clean. He stared at his phone screen, shaking with rage but completely helpless. The moment I hung up, Liu Ruyan's number popped up on my screen. Her voice was trembling with suppressed fury. Du Ziteng. What on earth are you trying to pull? I replied, sounding completely innocent. I'm not making a scene. Didn't the Liu family release a statement backing Du Zihan? I'm just being sensible and making room for you two. Once we're square, you guys can finally be together openly. Isn't that great? Liu Ruyan's face darkened as she threatened me. Du Ziteng, if you keep acting like this, do you want me to divorce you right now? Oh, I'm so scared. I intentionally dragged out my tone, letting my sarcasm shine through clearly. Before she could answer, I suddenly raised my voice. If we're getting a divorce, let's make it quick. 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Meet me at the Civil Affairs Bureau. Whoever doesn't show up will have their whole family cursed. Having said that, I hung up the phone immediately, not even giving her a chance to retort. Then, I opened my phone's recording feature and organized the 2 calls I just had with Du Changming and Liu Ruyan, along with screenshots of the call logs and timestamps. I posted it all straight to the T platform, and my caption was as arrogant as ever. Just the thought of getting rid of those idiots put me in an inexplicably good mood. At sign Liu Ruyan, tomorrow at 8. See you at the Civil Affairs Bureau. Whoever doesn't show up will have their whole family cursed. Don't you dare back out. My hard evidence was dropped. So fast and so hard that the internet exploded. The T platform's servers were nearly crashed, and I dominated the top 10 trending topics. Topics like Du Ziteng proven as major shareholder of Du Corp and Liu Corp saved by Du Ziteng's capital injection. Even Du Ziteng at Sign Wansu Group was trending. The heat was rising. The comment section went absolutely wild. Netizens were arguing their heads off. But the tide had shifted entirely in my favor. Du Ziteng is a real wealthy heir. 20% of the shares? He's the core major shareholder of Wansu. How could the Du family dare not acknowledge him? Are you crazy? Is there a chance those shares are fake? Fake? The Wansu Group was tagged. If the Du family dared to deny it, they would have issued a statement already. So the Liu Corp's recovery was all thanks to Du Ziteng's money? Du Zihan has been using my money to climb to the top while stepping on me? If that's true, Du Ziteng is so pitiful. He gave them everything, only to be schemed against by a toxic woman and her lover. It's so satisfying to see him stand his ground now. Watching these comments, I felt absolutely incredible. Of course, a few people were still skeptical, asking if I was just staging this whole thing, but netizens immediately retorted, "You're overthinking it. If I had this kind of capital, I'd be even more arrogant than Du Ziteng. Using shares and IOUs to fight back, that's exactly how a wealthy heir should act." While the internet was buzzing with debate, inside the Du group, things must have been in total chaos. I could practically picture the top brass scrambling for an emergency meeting. Every one of them must have been filled with anxiety. 20% of the shares. If those were truly acquired by Wansu, the Du family would be on the brink of collapse. It's all Du Changming's fault for insisting on favoring that illegitimate son. He pushed Du Ziteng this far, and now we're all going to pay for it. My dear father, Du Changming, is sitting at the head of the table right now. His face is pale with rage. He must be regretting this deep in his bones. And sure enough, the very next second, the official Du Corporation account, feeling guilty, deleted that post declaring Du Zihan as the one and only heir. This move just gave the netizens more ammunition to mock them, making the scandal blow up even more. On the other side, the Liu group isn't doing any better. Liu Manhua was so furious he smashed a glass and immediately called Liu Ruyan. "Get your butt back to the office right now and look at the mess you've made. If Du Ziteng actually divorces you, you don't need to bother coming back to the Liu group." He's terrified. He's scared that not only will I make them pay back the 300 million, but I also have the legal right to walk away with half of the Liu group's shares. When that happens, the company is truly finished. But who would have thought? Liu Ruyan is sitting in her car, watching my latest updates on her phone, her expression dark and terrifying. She actually had the nerve to reassure her father, "Dad, don't worry, Du Ziteng wouldn't dare." She thinks that because I've loved her for so many years and swallowed my pride for her, even using my own shares to fund her family's business, that I could never bring myself to divorce her. She actually believes that everything I'm doing right now is just me throwing a tantrum, trying to force her to dump Du Zihan and come back to my side, that I'm just trying to spite her. Liu Ruyan sounded so relaxed, as if she had me completely figured out. "I'm going to go find him right now and have a good talk with him." Liu Manhua had to suppress his anxiety and urged her, "Hurry up and keep a tight leash on him. You cannot get a divorce. Do you hear me?" "I know, Dad." Liu Ruyan hung up the phone, and immediately told her driver to turn around and head toward my apartment. She really thinks that everything I've done was just to make her come crawling to me. This woman, she is truly arrogant and delusional. As for me, I'm lounging on the sofa, watching the comments and trending topics refreshing by the second. My grin is reaching from ear to ear. Billions in shares, plus walking away with half of the Liu Group's fortune. I won't be able to spend all that in this lifetime. Come on then, I'm waiting for you. Brother Li has gone from shocked to completely numb. He's barely holding onto his tablet, with only one thought left in his mind. I'm his ultimate meal ticket. After I finished tearing apart the Du and Liu families, I felt like it wasn't enough. I casually clicked on the social media account of Liu Ruyan's mother, Wang Kui. Her latest post was from yesterday, a photo of her, Liu Ruyan, and Du Zihan having afternoon tea together. The caption was a pleasant afternoon, and every word dripped with favoritism. I let out a cold laugh, my fingers flying, and commented directly below, tagging all three of them. The daughter is out having an affair, and the mother is helping her play lookout. Quite the actor, aren't you? As for your old man, Liu Zhenhua, he's probably too busy wiring living expenses to his secret kid abroad. Oh, wait, I forgot. You probably didn't know your old man has a secret child tucked away overseas. Must be in college by now, right? The moment I hit post, I didn't stop there. I scrolled down through the Liu family's account and quickly found the mistress, Fang Shui's, profile. Her feed was packed with polished lifestyle photos, all reeking of forced, desperate vanity. I went straight to the comments on her latest gym selfie and turned the snark all the way up. Learn from the best, didn't you? That mistress to legit wife talent. Looks like your son picked up every bit of it. Quite the set of skills you've got there. After sending those two off, I went back to my own page. I drafted a new post, specifically tagging Du Zihan and Fang Shui. The old homewrecker and the little homewrecker. Hey, Du Zihan, dare to say you're the legit heir of the Du family? Dare to say you don't even know this person? As I typed, I went into my hidden, encrypted album and pulled out a photo that really packed a punch. In the shot, Du Zihan is posing in his swimming trunks, and not far behind him, a man and a woman are embracing and kissing. I made sure to zoom in on the background. Du Changming and Fang Shui, looking sickeningly intimate. I didn't take this photo myself. It was one of the many trophies Du Zihan used to send me back when he was trying to set me up. I honestly have him to thank for this. He left so much evidence behind, it saved me all the trouble. The moment the post went live, Liu Zhenbang, the second brother of the Liu family, started jumping in the comments, cursing me out. Du Ziteng, you maniac. I laughed when I saw it. I tagged him right back. Old geezer. Don't be in such a rush to curse at me. Better take a look at the dumpster fire that is your own household. You've been wearing the green hat so long it's practically crushing your skull. Catch my drift? Afraid he might not get it, I specifically tagged his second wife, Zhao Wan. The stepmother and the stepdaughter, I tagged Liu Zhenbang. Still not satisfied, I tagged his daughter, Liu Rumei, too. Adding the same caption, you and your stepmother. Finally, I edited one last post, tagging everyone in the Liu family, paired with some mocking emojis. Such a loving, tight-knit family. You guys are really something else. In just 10 minutes, I had flooded the accounts of everyone in the Liu family. Every single comment hit exactly where it hurt, landing direct, critical damage. Because of the special privileges Xu Jingye gave me, there wasn't even a single asterisk on my comments. And the best part? They couldn't delete them. Wang Kui, Fang Shui, Liu Zhenbang, they kept trying to hit delete. But the page wouldn't budge. My comments were basically glued to their posts. Netizens were absolutely stunned by the massive tea I was spilling, though a few popped up to bash me for making stuff up. Du Ziteng, what are you spouting? Don't spread rumors if you don't have proof. How can you insult people like that? Abuse of power, get off the platform. But every time they posted a comment attacking me, it was deleted by the system the very next second, leaving only a gray, lifeless prompt on the screen saying the content had been censored. Plus, the loudest trolls had a little yellow star flashing right next to their avatars. Restricted for the first time, the drama-hungry netizens instantly sensed something was off. They flooded the comments, asking, wait a second. What does he mean by that? A stepmother and a stepdaughter? Did something go down with the second branch of the Liu family? Does anyone have actual proof? Could Du Ziteng just be making this up to get back at them? Users marked with a little star couldn't just comment. They couldn't even send private messages. I had completely gagged them. I didn't care at all. I watched the few stray comments that slipped through. I turned on the anti-abuse filter, and every single one of my replies was savage. Thanks to my platform privileges, my side of the screen was full of filth, yet I stood tall and untouchable. I didn't even get a single violation warning, firmly holding the home field advantage in this shouting match. By now, the netizens were completely stunned. They refused to give up and started switching to burner accounts to keep attacking me. But as soon as a burner account posted one comment, it was instantly deleted. They tried a third account, but the moment they logged in, they got a system notice. Your account has been restricted for 7 days for multiple violations of our content policy. Account after account kept getting banned. They were totally out of options. They tried to group up and report me to the platform, but every single time, the system automatically replied, "This content complies with platform guidelines. No action will be taken." The comment section slowly shifted from boiling with rage to a chorus of wails. What kind of insane admin powers is this? Why can he curse at us, but when we curse back, we get deleted and banned? I'm done. We can't win this. We really can't win. This hack is way too obvious. Some netizens just took screenshots. On one side, my screen full of curses, perfectly fine. On the other, their notification of being censored. The caption read, Ziteng's admin powers are out of control. This platform is unplayable. That post quickly went viral. Immediately, 2 topics surged into the top 10 trending searches. Hashtag Ziteng's admin powers are crazy hash. And hashtag T-platform double standards hash. Since they couldn't beat me in a fight, and couldn't break through the platform's suppression, they had no choice but to redirect their rage. Forget it. Stop wasting your breath on him. Let's go raid the Do Corporation's official site. Yeah. Go to the Do's and demand an explanation. In an instant, a massive wave of netizens swarmed the Do Corporation's official account. From questioning my identity, it gradually turned into boycotting the Do family. The comment section was filled with Do Corporation, get out, and similar boycott slogans. I sat there scrolling through my phone, watching them all rush to raid the Do Corporation's page, and I couldn't help but grin from ear to ear. I lifted my hand and posted another update. Keep barking. Curse all you want. It won't affect me in the slightest. I'm Do Ziteng, the legitimate eldest son of the Do family. I hold 20% of Do Corporation's shares, and I pull in over 100 million in dividends every year. Are you jealous? Too bad for you. No matter how angry you get, you still can't take me down. Man, these Do Corporation dividends really do taste sweet. As soon as I posted that, the internet nearly crashed. The calls to boycott the Do Corporation grew even louder, with many netizens openly admitting they were infuriated by Do Ziteng's arrogance. My little stunt this time, it honestly triggered outrage across the entire internet. Yet, right in the middle of this intense flaming war and all the scandalous tea being spilled, the public opinion online took a subtle, interesting turn. From the initial wave of everyone trashing me, to being completely stunned by the hard evidence I dropped. And now, being totally dizzy from the non-stop drama regarding the Liu family's personal affairs, more and more netizens have shifted from anger to suspicion. Once the seeds of doubt are planted, they spread like wildfire. While some people are still venting their rage, others have started digging into the past of the Liu and Do families, trying to find evidence to back up my claims. The comment section went from a pure battlefield to a massive, investigative scene for gossip hunters. The hype didn't drop at all. Instead, it's getting even hotter. Is there really something going on between Liu Zhenbang, his second wife, and his daughter? Do Ziteng couldn't have just made up such specific details out of thin air, right? And what about Liu Zhenhua's secret child? Or the whole thing with Du Changming and Fang Shui? If all this is true, the Liu and Du families are just absolute messes. If it weren't true, both sides would have debunked it by now. Have you guys noticed? There hasn't been a single peep from the Liu or Du families. I scrolled through the suspicious comments and felt quite satisfied. This is exactly the effect I wanted. I'm going to tear off the fig leaves of these two families completely and let everyone see just how filthy and rotten these so-called elite noble families are behind closed doors. Right at that moment, my phone rang again. It was an unknown number. I raised an eyebrow. I swiped to answer, and Du Zihan's frantic, panicked voice came through the receiver. Du Ziteng, what exactly do you want? If you keep spouting nonsense, I'm calling the police. I let out a mocking laugh. Calling the police? Go ahead, call them. Perfect timing, let the cops come and judge who's right and who's wrong. Let's see, the mistress and her kid moving in, the scumbag father being an ungrateful jerk. Who do you think actually deserves to be arrested? I paused. My tone turned even colder. Du Zihan, aren't you always acting like the big young master of the Du family? Fine, the position is yours. We'll see if you can actually keep your seat. This is only the beginning. What are you in such a rush for? There's even juicier stuff coming up. Just waiting for you. After I finished saying that, I hung up the phone directly and blocked him. I leaned back on the sofa, my fingertips scrolling across the phone screen. The trending list was packed with search terms related to me. Immediately after, I clicked on the T platform and edited a new post. This bit of tea is nothing. The real blockbuster drama is still to come. Every single piece is fresh and verified, absolutely no filler. Want to know what happens next? Follow, please call me King Du Ziteng. I'll slowly spill all the details for you guys. That post instantly set the entire internet on fire. Netizens acted like they had received a unified command, flooding my account all at once. The follow button was being smashed like crazy, and my follower count was skyrocketing by 10,000 every minute. The server was on the brink of crashing again, and the comment section was filled with people urging me to post more and showing their excitement. King Du Ziteng is finally pulling out the big guns. And he said it's all verified. I'm already looking forward to it. Following right now. Don't try to stop me. I'm camping out for some massive tea. Meanwhile, the Liu and Du families are absolutely miserable. Over at the Liu villa, Wang Kui is pacing back and forth, unable to sit still. Her face is pale as a sheet, and Liu Zhenbang is even more explosive. He's cursing at his phone, but there's nothing he can actually do. And as for the Du family, my so-called father, Du Changming, can't sit still either after seeing my latest update. He never imagined I knew so much about all the shady things he did when he was younger. If the old man finds out, at the very least, he'll be stripped of his inheritance rights. At worst, he'll be kicked out of the Du family entirely. Just then, the phone on the table rang. The caller ID showed Du Zihan. Du Changming took a deep breath and answered, only for the sound of Du Zihan's sobbing to come through the receiver immediately. Dad, Du Ziteng is going way too far. Not only is he spreading rumors with photos of my mom, he's trashing the Liu family everywhere. Everyone online is attacking me now. This crying instantly ignited Du Changming's rage. He roared at the phone. All you do is cry. You finally know what fear is now? I told you to lay low back then, but you just had to go and livestream that show of affection with Liu Ruyan. You purposely provoked Du Ziteng. Even a rabbit will bite when it's pushed to the edge. Look at the mess you've made pushing him this far. How are you going to clean this up? Du Zihan was stunned by the scolding and started sobbing even harder. I didn't. Ruyan and I really are in love. Love? Like hell that matters. Du Changming was so furious he cursed. Don't you know your own status? You're an illegitimate son. Can your background stand up to scrutiny? Now that Du Ziteng has caught onto your dirt, you're still here talking about love? Du Zihan felt completely wronged. Is it my fault I'm an illegitimate son? Du Ziteng has 20% of the Du family shares. I have nothing. And you want shares too? Du Changming grew even more enraged. That was left to him by his mother. If you're so capable, go ask your own mother for some. Now, I don't care what you have to do. You must get Du Ziteng to delete those posts and clarify everything. Otherwise, your resources, your reputation, I won't lift a finger to save either. With a loud click, Du Changming hung up the phone. Du Zihan gripped the phone, trembling all over. He wiped away his tears, and immediately dialed Liu Ruyan's number. As soon as she picked up, he started crying, Ruyan. I'm so scared. Liu Ruyan's heart tightened instantly. She comforted him with a heart full of pity, Zihan. Don't be afraid. I'm here. I'll go find Du Ziteng right now. I won't let you suffer any injustice. But Du Zihan sobbed and said, Ruyan. Don't make things hard for brother Du Ziteng. I'm just worried this will affect the Liu family. As long as you're not affected, I'm willing to bear any amount of public shame. These words struck a chord deep in Liu Ruyan's heart. She gritted her teeth and cooed to him. Zihan, don't you worry. I'm not letting him mess around anymore. She hung up the phone. Liu Ruyan's eyes were dark with malice as she slammed her foot down on the gas. The black Bentley sped away, and after about 10 minutes, the car screeched to a halt in front of the villa. She didn't even bother closing the door before storming upstairs. Du Ziteng, get your ass out here. The housekeeper hurried after her, his voice frantic. Miss, the son-in-law isn't home. Liu Ruyan stopped dead in her tracks, spun around, and demanded angrily. Where the hell did he go? Steward Chin shook his head repeatedly. The son-in-law left this morning and hasn't been back once. Liu Ruyan's face darkened even further. She pulled out her phone to call my number, but only heard the cold, rhythmic beeps of a blocked line. I blocked her. Damn it. Liu Ruyan cursed under her breath, then suddenly thought of my manager, Ji Chang. She immediately dug up his number and called. Meanwhile, I was holding a bag of chips in one hand and scrolling through my tablet with the other. I saw Ji Chang staring at his phone screen, his hands shaking at the sight of the name Liu Ruyan on the display. I asked nonchalantly, is that trashy Liu calling? Ji Chang nodded quickly, his voice trembling. Why yes, it's her. Should I pick up? I kept my head down, still scrolling. I said casually, pick it up. Why wouldn't you? Just tell her. She wants me to issue a statement? Sure, it just depends on what kind of price she's willing to pay. If it's not enough, don't bother me with it. Ji Chang swallowed hard. He still shakily swiped to answer. The moment the call connected, Liu Ruyan's voice, suppressed with rage, blasted through the speaker. Ji Chang. Where is Du Ziteng? Put him on the phone. Right now. Ziteng steadied himself, trying to keep his voice as calm as possible. He followed my instructions. Ms. Liu. I'm really sorry, but Mr. Du asked me to pass along a message. If you want him to post that statement, it just depends on how much you're willing to pay. After he finished, without waiting for Liu Ruyan to say another word, he hung up the phone in a flash and clutched his chest. He was clearly terrified. Seeing him like this, I let out a mocking laugh. Are you really that scared? Is she going to eat you alive? Ziteng shook his head with a bitter expression. Mr. Du, that's Liu Ruyan we're talking about. She probably hates both of us to death right now. What are you afraid of? I looked up, my gaze sharp as a knife. She hasn't just started hating me today. Isn't she obsessed with protecting Du Zihan? Doesn't she want to guard the Liu family? Well, I'd like to see just how high a price she's willing to pay for all of this. Ziteng walked over and sat down, looking a bit hesitant. Mr. Du, are you really going to burn bridges with Liu Dai? Why would I need to do that? Even stepping on her face would just dirty the soles of my shoes. I tossed the tablet onto the sofa and looked at him. Brother Li, you've been with me for over half a year now, haven't you? Ziteng shuddered, his nerves instantly tightening. Yes, it's been over half a year. I let out a low chuckle, my tone relaxed. Brother Li, I still prefer that wild and unrestrained version of you from before. It's much easier on the eyes than this timid, fearful look. I stopped smiling, then, with a determined gaze, I said, Brother Li, I know what you're capable of. Just stick with me, and we'll do great things. I promise you'll make waves in the entertainment industry. The position of top manager at Shanghai Entertainment will be yours and yours alone. Ziteng studied me carefully. Seeing that I wasn't joking, his previous anxiety and unease vanished in an instant. He straightened his back. Mr. Du, don't worry. Once Ziteng decides on someone, I never waver. From now on, I'll follow your lead no matter what. I nodded, satisfied. Ziteng is the type who talks tough but has a soft heart. His talent and networking skills are incredible. Back when the original owner was being trashed by the whole internet and bullied by production crews, it was all him quietly smoothing things out behind the scenes. And that's exactly why I trust him from the bottom of my heart. From now on, we'll fight side by side. We'll live the high life. I'll make sure you get your fair share. Ziteng was instantly fired up. We'll crush her until she's got nothing left. Meanwhile, in the villa, Liu Ruyan was shaking with rage, pacing back and forth in the living room. Du Ziteng, you've got some guts. Butler Chin advised her cautiously, Miss, please calm down. Maybe the son-in-law is just acting out of spite. But Liu Ruyan wouldn't hear a word of it, she roared back. Go find out. Track down Du Ziteng's location right now. Butler Chin quickly replied, Yes. Miss, I'll go arrange for people to look into it immediately. The next day, after a good night's sleep, I sat before the mirror, looking at that breathtakingly handsome face. What a waste, looking this good but having the original owner constantly play the role of a pathetic, low-profile pushover. He looked exactly like a soft target that anyone could push around. Today, I am going to change everything. I put together a look for myself that was incredibly bold and aggressive. My hair was slicked back, my eyebrows sharp and defined. Every move I made radiated a demonic, domineering aura. Next, I glanced at the drab clothes in the wardrobe and frowned even deeper. I picked up my phone and called the heads of several luxury brands. Help me send a batch of the latest men's seasonal arrivals to XX apartments. I want the most flashy and eye-catching styles. The faster, the better. And Manager Li, send over 2 sets of those custom-made suits you just released. The colors need to be vibrant. And the fabric must be top tier. The managers on the other end all hurriedly agreed. I hung up and they started arranging it immediately. In less than an hour, rows of clothes were delivered, ranging from high-end bespoke suits to the latest streetwear. Everything you could imagine, from luxury sets to accessories and shoes, they had it all. Every piece radiated pure power. I rummaged through the pile for a moment. Finally picked out a bright red suit. After all, divorce is a joyous occasion. Of course, I had to dress for the celebration. The suit was perfectly tailored. It made me look sharp and stood out, pushing that bold, fiery aura to the limit. I did a spin in front of the mirror, satisfied, and licked my lips. By then, Ziteng had already arranged the car. A black business van was waiting quietly at the entrance. Once I sat inside, I held out my hand. Ziteng handed me a camera brooch, and I pinned it to my lapel. I then casually opened the T platform. As soon as I logged in, 99 plus messages exploded on my screen. My follower count had actually hit over 23 million. My followers had surged by 20 million overnight. Seeing them urging me in the comments to drop the big news, I didn't hesitate and started a live stream right away. The moment the stream began, the T platform server crashed for a full 3 minutes. Immediately after, the number of people flooding into the stream jumped from tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands, and then instantly topped 1 million. The chat was scrolling so fast it was a blur, practically covering the entire screen. On camera, my look was bold. With that red suit on, I was a completely different person from that timid, low-profile live-in son-in-law. I lifted my chin slightly toward the lens, my voice languid. Hey everyone. The chat exploded instantly. The people cursing me and the ones just here for the drama were split down the middle. I couldn't be bothered with the noise. My fingertips scrolled through the screen nonchalantly, but I dropped the biggest bombshell. I'm not here for anything else today. I just wanted to share some good news. I'm getting a divorce from Liu Ruyan. I also want everyone to see clearly. Don't go throwing your dirty laundry on me. I paused, my tone turning even colder. Sluts are the ones who deserve to be beaten to death. Especially those who are already married but still mess around with a lover. And then turn around to slander their spouse. They deserve to be torn to pieces. As soon as those words left my mouth, the live stream went dead silent. Then, the chat absolutely erupted. He really is married? So do Zihan is the mistress? I used to ship them, but now I just feel sick. Of course, there were also people waiting to watch me make a fool of myself. Let's see if Liu Ruyan shows up. If she doesn't, he's just slapping his own face. I remained calm the whole time, letting the public opinion ferment. Before long, the car pulled up steadily in front of the Civil Affairs Bureau. I stepped out in my bright red suit, becoming the center of attention instantly. Then, in front of everyone, I unblocked Liu Ruyan's number. I called her directly. A cold ringing tone came through the receiver. It rang for a long time, but no one answered. I raised an eyebrow and dialed again, twice more in a row. The result was the same. Meanwhile, the Liu and Du families were already in an uproar. The Liu family was staring at my live stream. Their faces ghastly pale. Liu Zhenhua was so angry he was slamming the table. This Du Ziteng, I can't believe he has the nerve to air our business on a live stream and embarrass himself like this. Wang Kui also said in a deep, serious voice, telling Ruyan to hide. No matter how much of a scene he makes, don't you dare show your face. Once he's done throwing his tantrum, the public will just see it as a pathetic stunt he staged himself. Liu Ruyan, watching me on the live stream, turned ash white with rage. Of course, she wasn't going to pick up the phone, and she certainly wasn't going to show up. If she appeared in public, Du Zihan's status as a mistress would be set in stone. In the live chat, seeing me call her multiple times with no answer. The taunts started flooding in instantly. Ha 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 ha, I knew it was fake. Liu Ruyan doesn't even care about him. Told you, it's definitely a scripted act. He's been slapped in the face now, hasn't he? Let's see what excuse he comes up with for why she couldn't make it. That humiliation came quick. Du Ziteng, stop making a fool of yourself. The mockery in the live stream grew louder, with everyone saying the Liu family couldn't even be bothered to acknowledge me. They said I was just putting on a show, but my face remained completely expressionless. I calmly opened my social media app and started typing a post. I tagged Liu Ruyan, Liu Zhenhua, and Wang Kui, along with the entire Liu family. So, you're not coming, right? That's fine, just don't regret it later. I wasn't finished. I immediately tagged Du Zihan next. Once a mistress, always a mistress. Take a look. See how much your woman really loves you. She'll only ever give you the position of a mistress. I'm handing this spot over to you, but you can't even handle it. In this lifetime, you're destined to end up just like your mother. Don't ever dream of standing in the light of day. After I finished editing, I pinned a post to the top of my profile. Time ticked by second. The Liu family remained completely silent, so I tried calling every single one of them again. The result? Either no one answered, or I'd been blocked. An hour passed in the blink of an eye, and Liu Ruyan was still nowhere to be found. By now, the insults in the live stream were becoming vicious. Public opinion had completely shifted to the theory that I was staging a hoax. We've been waiting for an hour. Liu Ruyan is obviously not coming. Du Ziteng, stop acting. Just get lost, you're wasting everyone's time. He'll do anything for clout. People even started to wonder. Are his shares in those IOUs even real? While the netizens were busy tearing me apart, I remained unnervingly calm. The Liu family thought if they stayed away, they could flip the narrative. Hey, I've got plenty of ways to handle this. The next second, I connected my phone to the camera hidden on my suit. I stepped forward and started walking toward the Civil Affairs Bureau hall. The viewers in the live stream froze. The chat stopped dead in its tracks. What is he doing? Is he insane? Going to the Civil Affairs Bureau by himself? Does he actually think he can get a divorce on his own? I walked into the hall calmly. I walked right up, took a number for marriage registration, and waited quietly in line. The live stream exploded instantly. What the hell? Why is he heading toward the marriage window? No way, you've got to be kidding me. So, this guy is actually looking for someone to marry on the fly? Is he even in his right mind? It's going to be my turn soon. I walked up to the counter and handed over my ID card. The staff member took it and asked, as a matter of routine. Did you bring the documents? Both parties need to be present for the marriage registration. And you must provide the original ID cards in the household register. I lowered my head slightly, then looked up at her. A mist of tears instantly welled up in my eyes, my face showing just the right amount of distress. I suspect there's a mistake with my marital status. Could you please help me check it? Please? The staff member looked at me, puzzled. I immediately leaned in, lowering my voice a little. I think I've been scammed. My wife borrowed several $100 million from me before we got married. After the wedding, her whole family refused to acknowledge me as their son-in-law. Then, my voice choked with emotion. My wife even tells everyone she's single. Half a year ago, she was all over some celebrity from the entertainment industry. They've colluded to spread rumors, claiming that I'm the mistress. The whole internet is trashing me. I am honestly so miserable. I'm not even sure if my marriage certificate is real anymore. As soon as I finished, the staff member was stunned. Sir, are you caught up in a pig butchering scam? Several $100 million? The chat in the live broadcast went dead silent. I nodded heavily. I think so too. The staff member looked grave. Sir, this is no small matter. We're talking about hundreds of millions here. You should call the police. I nodded again. I'll go report it as soon as I get this proof from you. The staff member frowned, her tone full of indignation. That's exactly how those pig butchering scams work. They target wealthy young guys like you for your money. The staff at the neighboring counters also cast sympathetic looks my way. Don't you worry. The law will definitely protect your rights. Just then, the staff member took my ID and entered the number into the system. A moment later, she looked up at me. Sir, you are married. Your spouse is Liu Ruyan. I nodded heavily, my eyes full of gratitude. Thank you so much. Please print out the proof of my marital status, and I'll take it to my lawyer. To my surprise, the kind-hearted staff member not only printed the proof, but also printed out the copy of the marriage certificate archived in the system for me. She even thoughtfully stamped it with the official seal of the Civil Affairs Bureau. Sir, with these documents in hand, whether you're defending your rights or clearing your name, you'll have the backing of the law. Don't be afraid of them. Thank you so much. I really can't thank you enough. I took the documents, my eyes rimmed with red, and gave the staff member a deep bow. However, the moment I stepped outside the door, I couldn't help but grin triumphantly. I held the proof of my marital status and the copy of the marriage certificate up to the camera. Make sure every detail is clearly visible. Everyone, take a good look. This is an official certificate issued by the Civil Affairs Bureau. It is legally binding. My marriage to Liu Ruyan is officially recognized by the state. Anyone questioning the authenticity of this document is, in essence, questioning the state itself. Questioning the law? The livestream chat instantly fell into a dead silence. The barrage of mocking comments even stuttered. The next second, comments came flooding back like a tidal wave. The internet completely exploded. It's real. It's got the seal from the Civil Affairs Bureau. There's no way this is fake, right? That scumbag Liu Ruyan actually hid her marriage and even slandered the legitimate spouse? Zihan is so disgusting. She's been playing the innocent sweetheart for so long, only to turn out to be the mistress. The public opinion has completely flipped. The trending topics were taken over at rocket speed, but as I watched the public opinion turn in the livestream, I just sneered. This little bit of hard evidence, is it enough? For those shameless old folks from the Du and Liu families, this power isn't nearly enough. I turned and left the Civil Affairs Bureau. The real show is just getting started. I got into my car, and my phone rang. It was Xu Jingya calling. I raised an eyebrow. I picked up, and his deep voice came through the receiver. Do you need me to pressure the Liu family for you? I can have someone contact the Liu family's business partners to force Liu Ruyan to come and meet you. I let out a light laugh. My tone was casual. No need. A forced melon is never sweet. I prefer it when the other party is begging on their knees to see me. After hanging up, my eyes lit up, filled with the excitement of stirring up trouble. The driver asked me, Mr. Du, where to now? I spoke clearly. The Municipal State Security Bureau. The car immediately turned and headed toward the Municipal State Security Bureau. The heat in the livestream rose once again with my mention of the State Security Bureau. The server stalled on the verge of crashing for the third time. The screen was almost completely covered in comments. He's actually going to the State Security Bureau? He's playing for keeps. A $400 million investment scam? The reputation of the prestigious Liu family has been dragged through the mud. Taking it to the State Security Bureau? Even if the Liu family has connections to the heavens, they won't be able to clear their name. Meanwhile, at the Liu family villa, Liu Zhenhua stared at the livestream, his stern face as dark as the bottom of a pot. Especially when he heard the words investment scam, the corner of his mouth twitched violently. That certificate with the Civil Affairs Bureau seal was like a heavy hammer, smashing every one of the Liu family's defenses to pieces. That idiot, he cursed under his breath, but the woman beside him, Wang Kui, was still ranting and raving. That little brat, he's completely lawless. Ruyan must divorce him immediately. Make him leave with nothing. She got more and more worked up, completely failing to notice the growing, sinister intensity in Liu Zhenhua's eyes. The next second, Liu Zhenhua suddenly grabbed the document bag off the table and slammed it hard onto Wang Kui. You fool, he roared, can't you see what's happening yet? Du Ziteng has truly reached his breaking point. He isn't afraid of a divorce at all. Who do you think is the one terrified of the divorce? It's the Liu family. It's Liu Ruyan. Wang Kui clutched her shoulder. Still acting tough? What is there to be afraid of? Once I see him, I'm going to tear his mouth wide open. Liu Zhenhua sneered, go ahead, try it right now. If he has the nerve to make a scene at the Civil Affairs Office, he has the nerve to go to the National Security Bureau. Do you think he has no cards to play? Hundreds of millions in capital injections, promissory notes, and share certificates. Every single one of them could drag the Liu family into the abyss. As soon as he finished speaking, the driver's voice came over the intercom. Mr. Du, we've arrived at the Municipal National Security Bureau. Liu Zhenhua's heart sank to the bottom of his chest. He tremblingly dialed Liu Ruyan's number and barked in a frantic rage. Where are you? Get to the Municipal National Security Bureau immediately and stop Du Ziteng. He's actually going to file a report. You are going to ruin the entire Liu family. On the other end of the line, Liu Ruyan was actually sitting in her own car, staring at the intercom. Fury had already burned away her sense of reason. She gritted her teeth. I'm already on my way to the National Security Bureau. She slammed the phone shut. She pounded the steering wheel in a rage. She never imagined that the man who used to obey her every word could become this ruthless. Right at that moment, I had already walked into the lobby of the Municipal National Security Bureau. I walked straight to the reporting window, the arrogance on my face vanishing instantly. It was replaced by a look of sheer grievance and helplessness, my eyes rimmed with red. My voice carried the perfect, subtle hitch of a sob. Officer, I need to file a report. I've been a victim of fraud. And marriage fraud, too. As soon as I finished those words, the officer at the window immediately pulled out a registration log and asked me in a serious tone. Sir, please calm down. Take your time. Tell me exactly what happened. I took a deep breath, as if struggling with every ounce of my strength to suppress my sorrow. My voice trembling, I said, I've been deceived by my wife. Before we were married, she swindled me out of over 300 million. I'm completely out of options. I have no choice but to beg you officers to help me. Over 300 million? The officer was momentarily stunned, her pen hovering in mid-air. Not daring to delay, she immediately stood up. Sir, please come this way. Let's go to the lounge and talk about it. Our supervisor will be here in a moment. Very quickly, a deputy director in charge of major economic crimes rushed over. Inside the lounge, I sat on the sofa, letting the tears fall freely. I shook as I sobbed, yet I recounted everything with perfect clarity. Then, I took out my phone. I pulled up the evidence I had long prepared, displaying it while I cried out my grievance. Officer, please, look at this. Here are the transfer records and the shareholding contract for the capital I injected into the Liu family. And here is the IOU written by Liu Ruyan herself. It has her signature and the Liu family's official seal on it. They took my money and are trying to ruin my reputation, too. If this isn't marriage fraud, then what is? I have all the evidence right here. Please, you have to help me get justice. The deputy director took the evidence I handed over. She flipped through it, page by page, her expression darkening with every glance. Shareholding contracts, IOUs, proof of marital status, and even intimate screenshots of Zihan and Liu Ruyan. Records of cyberbullying, every single piece of evidence was clear and undeniable. Everything was interconnected, forming a complete chain of evidence. She put the files down and spoke to me solemnly. Mr. Du, rest assured. We take cases involving such egregious fraud and marriage scams very seriously. We will open an investigation immediately. The evidence you've provided is extremely thorough. If the allegations are confirmed, we will hold them criminally liable to the full extent of the law. We suggest you hire a lawyer as soon as possible to protect your rights and interests to the fullest. I nodded quickly. Thank you, Deputy Director. I will fully cooperate with your investigation. Just then, the door to the lounge was kicked open, and Liu Ruyan rushed in, panting for breath. Seeing me sitting on the sofa with tears in my eyes, her eyes instantly blazed with fury. She gritted her teeth. Du Ziteng, have you had enough? Come with me right now. Withdraw the police report. I looked up at her. The tears on my face stopped instantly, leaving only a cold, mocking gaze in my eyes. Ms. Liu, you finally decided to come looking for me? Where were you before? You want me to withdraw the report? Sure, I said, my voice quiet, but filled with absolute confidence as I looked her straight in the eye. Pay me back the 300 million, principal and interest, and apologize to me publicly. Admit to what you and Zihan did, and then we can talk about the rest. The hidden camera on my clothes was pointed perfectly at her livid, pale face. Stunned into silence by my retort, she could only feel the scrutinizing glares of the officers around her. She knew that today, things had reached a point of no return, as the deputy director and several officers were about to step in. Feeling uncomfortable under their gaze, Liu Ruyan actually reached out to grab my wrist. She hissed through clenched teeth, "Do Ziteng. We'll talk about this at home. Don't make a fool of yourself here." But the moment her fingers touched my sleeve, I violently swatted her hand away. The next second, with a sharp crack, I slapped her across the face so hard her head snapped to the side. A clear handprint appeared instantly. I shook my stinging hand. Hands on my hips, I unleashed my full fury. Get lost. Aren't you and Zihan so good at playing the victim online? The Du family issued a statement backing him, and the Liu family followed suit to support the mistress's lover. What's the matter? Why can't you act so tough now that you're looking at me? Now she doesn't dare acknowledge all that nonsense anymore. All the police officers around us were completely stunned. The live stream was flooded with comments like, "That was so satisfying. Great hit." Liu Ruyan's face was as dark as a soot-covered pot, but she couldn't lose it given the circumstances. She could only grit her teeth and threaten me, "Do Ziteng. Don't give me all this crap. Since you're dead set on making a scene, don't blame me for not giving you a chance." I just grinned, not worried in the slightest, and backhanded her across the face again. Slap. That one was even louder than the last. Making a scene, my ass. I'm asking you, are you going to sign those divorce papers now or not? Those two slaps completely stunned Liu Ruyan.